Welcome back, elite educators, to another version of Video Visions. Today we're going to talk about Domain 2A and 2B, classroom rapport and online learning. I combine the two of them together because they really do go hand in hand. And before we get started, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Candace Acosta, who created her very first Screencastify video when recording how to go through the DBA process for her students. So if you guys want to try out Screencastify and you have an unbelievable example that you'd like to share, please send it my way so that I can add it to my Google site. I'm going to go away for a little bit, but I'll be back soon. All right. So when focusing on our blueprint for domains 2A and 2B, we need to make sure that we're thinking of our learning environment as a whole, whether it's live lessons, whether it's DBAs, whether it's welcome calls, all of it. We want to focus on creating a climate of respect where obviously students come first. We want to make sure we're communicating with consistency. We're celebrating those successes, whether they're big or small, and we're creating and providing engaging instruction. So with our dream, let's just think about good teaching practices when planning for domain 2A and 2B. We want to make sure that interactions among instructors and students are highly respectful, that we're caring about their level of development coming into the lesson, where are they at, and we're meeting them at their needs. We're making sure that students exhibit respect for the teacher and also make sure that they're respecting each other when they're working collaboratively. We want to make sure that we're conveying the benefits of hard work and we're setting those expectations high because students will usually rise to the occasion. A growth mindset is not always an easy thing to have, but we want to make sure that we try it as well as soliciting opportunities for our students to improve upon something they've done as well. Using that academic language also helps, and modeling it will ensure that students will use it in return. We also want to think about how students can take initiative to improve their own work and then assist their peers to achieve that understanding. So many times I'm seeing teachers allow students to rank themselves on where they feel confident with different topics or concepts, and then they use those students as student experts during the lesson. So this is where we can lay that foundation for the dream to become a reality. But also remember that we need to honor our students before our agendas or lesson plans. You know, flexibility is what we do best here at FLVS, and we want to make sure that if something is not working into a live lesson, we don't just trudge through, we stop and we focus and we readjust. So let's discuss the plan. So think about some of these guiding questions when taking a look at your live lesson and DBA setup. Think about what you're currently doing versus what small tweaks you could make to include some of these best teaching practices. So are your interactions with students genuine and reflective? Do your students contribute to that level of respect in your live lesson? How have they contributed to the expectations of the lesson? Do you convey a growth mindset and allow your students to have the opportunity to do so in return? And most importantly, are we allowing students to demonstrate productive struggle by giving them ample wait time? That was always a struggle with me when I was teaching or when I'm doing professional development. So I used to keep a little bowl of carrots, turn off my microphone, ask the question, chew a carrot, and then wait until I'm done chewing to solicit responses. That gives students some time to actually think about what you've asked them and process it before they give you their answer. So let's look at some of our samples. In the top right-hand corner, this was a great area for students to tell what they feel confident in. This is where a teacher was looking for student experts. I love all these samples, but remember, if you have amazing ideas that you're currently using, please share. I would love to add them as a contribution to my Google site. The top right-hand corner is a great example of something that is done in an MCR lesson where teachers ask students, why did they come to the collaboration today? What is it that they hope to gain? And it's okay if students simply say, I'm here to get credit. This is a great sample from a science live lesson where the teachers had huge attendance. And this is where they had a friendly competition by setting them up on teams and earning points throughout the live lesson. You don't have to make points difficult. You don't have to keep track of them. Make a student leader keep track of them, because remember, it's just a friendly game. We're really focusing in on the content. This is another great example of growth mindset where a teacher was asking the students to reflect back on how they did solving a problem. And also, they're giving a sentence starter to the students, asking them, in response to your partner's answer, what would you like to add or change? This is another great example of a collaboration objective slide where students are reviewed the rubric on how they can gain certain points. And the teacher goes over the difference between collaboration and simple participation. I know that wording is changing now with collaborations being, not required. So I'm working with an earth space science lead on changing up some of the rubric lingo. If you'd like me to do that with you, please reach out. Reach out if you'd like any of these strategies, because I'd be excited to help you adapt to meet your content needs. So as we come to a close, let me go ahead and grab my video back so you can see my smiling face. So think about how you would like to be a pilot like me. And simply piloting means doing something new, whether it's a new live lesson, changing up your DBA process, a new way of getting students engaged. It takes those that are willing to take the leap to prove to others that something is possible. So think about what new idea you would like to pilot today. I would love to be your wingman. So thanks for joining us. Don't forget that you can get all these videos under the Video Visions tab on my Google site. Do not hesitate to reach out for support, because I know the fall season is coming and we're already moving into it. So please reach out for any help you need on live lessons or anything else. See you next time, friends.